Welcome to all the classic car enthusiasts. I'm sorry we haven't put up much on the minis from painting it last week, but we've been so busy with this drive at the bottom, the amount of material we've had to move. I think I've saying in the video, I think it's something like over 87 tons of material alone, let alone all the earth and everything else that was pulled out. So it's been really hard graft, particularly for Amir and his wife that was helping him, and myself. But I was going and getting the stuff and moving it with them, but they were both laying it in, and these blocks are heavy. Some of them are 35 kilos a pop. Anyway, I'd like to do a couple of quick shout outs before you see the video. So the first one is for Randy at Lone Star Mini. He's in Texas. He has 3 minis. The one he's working on at the moment he has on the rotisserie, and he's just getting into welding and kind of learning about this stuff. He says he's a self-confessed novice with these minis, but after he's done one, I'm sure he won't be. He'll know exactly what to look for. The other one I want to do is for Paul P, and Paul has got his mini is sorry, it's Paul P Mini Build, and Paul's building a mini with hydraulic suspension. I'm sure most of you guys are aware of him, but if not, have a look in. This thing's really awesome that he's building. I mean, unbelievable. He's done some really nice mods on it. It's definitely going to be different. I don't think I've ever seen a mini that can move around or hydraulically go up and down. It's going to be something else. So looking on these two sites. Yeah. So I hope you'll stick with us, because a lot of people have asked me to do a series of builds. So the next video tomorrow will be, I'm going to put in the silent coat. And again, I don't want to teach anybody to suck eggs, but it is always handy sometimes, some little tips and bits and pieces that I've learned from it and other people have shown me. A lot of the things that I'm passing on to you is what people have shown me over the years as well. Some work, some doesn't. Sometimes you find a better way of doing it. But I'll go over a couple of little pieces of advice that might come in handy. We won't be building the subframes, front or back, until my guests come on the 19th, because the Sam, the young man that's coming over, I think he's 25, he has very little experience, practical experience with cars or minis, and I'd like to show him as much as possible. So if we can build the subframes together, all the suspension parts together, he's going to get a good bit of knowledge from that. And we have to collect the 2 minis and all the 3 engines and all the bits and pieces, and they're going to, and hopefully we'll get the tent up as well, the storage tent where the minis are going to be. So I hope you, as I say, I hope you'll watch in. I will try and film absolutely everything we do. So from start to finish, the head cloth, you name it, it will be there. So it should be quite a catalogue to how to put a car back together again. Or a mini back together, certainly. So take care, stay safe, keep the faith, enjoy your hobby, and be good to each other. And yeah, be careful. Bye. So as you can see, we've got the mini in on the ramp, and it's up on the stands. I was just checking out these trunnions. These are new ones from Mini Sport. That I think they actually have their logo on it. There you go, Mini Sport. So I just wanted to check, make sure they were fitting up all right. So the first job on this will be, I'll start to do the inside. I'll do just open this door up. I can do it with one finger. Okay. What I'll do now is I'll do all the silent coat inside. And the roof, get everything ready for that. I've got a new black headcloth for it, but there is a bespoke interior being made for it from a company in the UK, and it won't be coming in until probably after March, I would think, but they want a bespoke interior. But they didn't have the headcloth, but obviously I had to get the headcloth because we can't put the windows in without it. So I'll do all the silent coating in here now, get all the soundproofing in, and basically go on from there. The subframes we were building off the car my advice would be, if you're working on your own, then just put your subframe in and then offer your radius arms up afterwards, because it's extremely heavy. But because I have this hydraulic lifter, I can basically bring it up to whatever height I want to work on it, and then just lift the ramp up and take it to the back of the ramp, which is nice. So I'll bring that up. So the idea will be is we'll build a complete rear subframe up. When you put your radius arms in, to make sure that the socket doesn't come, or the ball doesn't come out of this socket, what you can do once you've got it set up without the shock absorbers on it, holding it into the rear arches, what you want to do is use tie wraps and tie wrap it to the frame so it can't fall out of this, so the socket, so the ball can't fall out of that socket. As you can see, everything's new there, new bearings, the adjusters are new, back plate, everything, and we've gone with these light super fins, they call them. So they're very, very light because they're aluminium. Yeah, so we're building up the front and rear suspension. We'll do the rear suspension first, but after this, I say young, he's 25. When Sam comes here, because he's got a Mini and he's not got any experience, mechanical experience, we're going to go through everything with him, so it helps him on his own build when he gets around to it. Yeah, so the front subframe we have to sandblast, so you'll see that on camera as well. Yeah, then we'll go from there. So I'll do a complete videos of this, everything that we do, the building of the rear subframe, the building of the front subframe, putting them in, and so on and so forth. Like I said, for me it's a lot easier because all I have to do is put it onto that that centre pit jack, and I can just put it in place and actually offer it straight up. So it's a lot easier to do front and back, which is what we will do. And so obviously you put one on at the back and then you bring it, just roll it to the front, and then put your front subframe in. But what I'm waiting for now is the bolts for the the U-bolts and the plates for the toe board. For the steering rack, I want to put new ones in, and they're on back order. Hopefully they'll be here by the time the guy comes on Tuesday. So this is the plan, guys, and I'm going to start getting this so it's moving around at least. I've got to wait now and see what's happening with Max about the engine, but everything we do we'll put it on video as much as we can anyway. So I hope you'll join us for this. The build up, and you know, everything that we're trying to do. So yeah, this is looking nice. Yeah, so as I said, I hope you join us with the build up of everything. I mean, the head cloth is upstairs. In fact, I'll just show it you now. So as you can see, here's the head cloth, the black head cloth that's going into it. It's Newton Commercials they're buying the interior from, where my beige Mini, all the interior for my beige Mini came from, and they're going there to visit the site in England, and then talk to them about how they want it made, whether it's black with red trim or black and red, I don't know, but that's up to them. So what I've done now is I've just laid this out, because, and before you fit them, it's a really good idea if you can lay them out, because when they're folded, the creases take a long time to get out, and you'll actually be able to see that the rods are in. So from front to back it's red, white, black, blue, yellow, and they are colour coded because obviously the Mini has got a slight circular shape to it on each side. And we'll show this going in, basically everything going. There's the rest of the kit, and we will show all this going in, and hopefully that'll help a lot of people out, because it can be a bit of a struggle. This the biggest tip I can give with these things is don't glue them straight away. Get lots and lots and lots of bulldog clips, and every day just pull it a little bit tighter, a little bit tighter, a little bit tighter. Be patient with it, but if you glue it, you're going to have to heat it and to unstick the glue again. because you'll find it'll stretch and stretch and stretch. So there you go. So here we are. It's not absolutely 100% finished, but all the stone is laid in. Got to do this front piece here. When Amir comes back, and I'll show you how it looks. So you can see we started putting some of this earth that's in the corner here, and then what we'll do in March, in late March, is put new earth in there and seed it all. There's a few bits and pieces we have to alter slightly. You can see that's really quite nice in line there, and there where the grass is, or the earth is too high, what we'll do is we'll flatten that out and then bring those, they're granite, the side ones, bring those granite ones down a bit because I don't want to catch the tyres on them. You can see they're a little bit higher there, so we'll take them back out and redo them. So and most of this mound will go in here, so you can see this is how it looks as you come down. Nice big sweep on it, and there we are. There's the old Volkswagen. Just so it's not quite finished yet. We've got to do this corner here and on the other side as well. So it's a nice big area and flat. Still got some tiles to fit in here, but I'll have to cut them. So I've got some spare ones there.